What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. Today's video, we're breaking down the upcoming Xbox showcase with our predictions. We know there's going to be a ton of games, and honestly, this Xbox showcase is probably going to be the best showcase of the season. And don't forget, Xbox is now the biggest third-party publisher in the entire world. So just don't expect just Xbox games, but we'll also see PlayStation games, Switch games, and of course everything on Xbox will be on PC. So this is an event that everyone should be excited to see because there's going to be some great stuff. And of course, guys, if you like my type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the PanFam. Got a join channel member button below. So the biggest headline here is, according to Jeff Grubb, about the June showcase, it's going to be 2 hours long with a total of 30 games. Now, after the Xbox showcase, there is going to be a Call of Duty Direct. And don't forget, because Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, they now own Call of Duty. So that's just one of those big third-party things. We're going to be expecting some Call of Duty action, some World of Warcraft, Blizzard game stuff, and of course, all the stuff from Bethesda as well. And, you know, Microsoft's been working a lot on their first-party studios, too. They've been buying up studios left and right. You know, they did shut down some, but they still got plenty of teams to show off some games here. Jeff Grubb says, not to spoil anything, but the numbers I'm hearing about the 2 hours and 30 games, and at least a handful of these games are stuff that we've never heard before. So we got some brand new games in general, not necessarily new IPs. I'm sure some of them will be new IPs, and I'm sure some of these games will scale from like smaller projects to like massive quadruple A titles. Now, from Tom Warren here on The Verge, he reported what's next for Xbox in Halo. And this is actually a really interesting read. So there is this new concept called Project Latitude. And Project Latitude is Xbox going multi-platform, putting their games on more than just Xbox and PC, but also including the PS5 and Nintendo Switch. We saw Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, and Sea of Thieves do this, but future Xbox games are coming to these consoles. However, not every single one of these games are going to be coming too. That's the other thing, right? So it's going to be pick and choose. Doesn't seem to be rhyme or reason of what they're going to be doing here. Tom Warren tells us about Project Latitude. He also tells us a bunch of things we might see at the Xbox showcase, Xbox's games for 2024 and 2025, and some other interesting porting news. So starting off with Starfield, still might come to the PS5. I think it will. I don't think they're going to announce it at the showcase though, but I can definitely see Starfield coming to PS5 just because it is overall was a disappointment for the mass audience of people. And I feel like because it isn't really that much of a system seller at this point, you might as well sell this on the PS5. Age of Empires 2 might also come to PS5. That's cool as well. Age of Mythology Retold and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 are under consideration for PS5 release. So I can definitely see Hellblade 2 come out on PS5 because, I don't know, I saw the Steam numbers, and I know it's on Game Pass, so a lot of people are going to get it on Game Pass and just play it there. But no one was really playing it on Steam. It was lower numbers than something like Redfall and Hi-Fi Rush, which both launched day one on Game Pass. I don't think Hellblade 2 really got any sort of love or hype, so I can totally see themselves trying to get that money back by releasing on PS5 as well. Nothing's set in stone for any of these games. Starfield Shattered Space is targeting September 2024. That is going to be the first major piece of Starfield DLC. I'm actually sort of looking forward to it because I want to see if they can fix a lot of the issues I had with the original game. So, you know, Bethesda DLC is actually pretty good usually, so I'm going to keep my eye on that one. Age of Mythology Retold is targeting early September 2024. So, okay, so we got 2 September games from Xbox, all right. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is launching October 25th, 2024. That's a huge one, and I mean, they own Call of Duty, so like, yeah, that's coming out and everything day one. It's also going to be on Game Pass as well, so that's going to be huge for Game Pass owners. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 should launch in November. All right, so now we got the trifecta there: September, October, November, and you know there are hardcore people who like their flight sim games. And then Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is still targeting December 2024. That would be a banger to end the year. Now, of course, all these games are coming to Game Pass right here. So the fall Game Pass is gonna be massive for Xbox. So I would actually consider re-upping my Game Pass for all of these titles. However, you know, some games get delayed. I can totally see Indiana Jones getting delayed to like a March 2025, but that's just my personal take on it. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred will be at the Xbox Showcase targeting October 2024. All right, so now we got Diablo in the mix. All right, World of Warcraft The War Within is targeting August 2024. Okay, so now we got August to December locked up. That's huge. Towerborn could go into early access release later this year. Avowed was targeting November 2024, Last War and Herd. Now, this is actually the game I'm most personally looking for from Obsidian. It honestly, the gameplay they originally showed, it actually looked pretty solid to me. And since we're not going to be getting another Elder Scrolls game for a very long time, Avowed is going to have to fill that hole for me, and I think it will. So hopefully it does come out in November 2024. Definitely something you don't want to miss out on, guys. Doom the Dark Ages. I cannot wait for this. You know what this game is? Doom the Dark Ages is a medieval Doom game. And it seems it might have a bigger emphasis on melee combat than shooting, which would be really sick. Will launch on Xbox Series X as PC and PS5 confirmed in 2025, which is actually really interesting. So we are getting a day and date with PS5 here and on a 2025 game for Bethesda. So I don't know, maybe all Bethesda games will be on PS5 at this point. We'll just have to wait and see. A new Gears of War will be announced at the Xbox Showcase, so Gears 6, but is not part of Project Latitude, which means this will be only on Xbox and PC. Fable and South of Midnight will both be present at the Xbox Showcase and also both launching in 2025. We really haven't seen much of Fable outside of that CGI trailer with the giant, so I'm very interested to see what the gameplay of this is going to be. And South of Midnight was actually really cool looking too, so this is going to be both pretty big W's for Xbox in the 2025. Neither Fable nor South of Midnight are part of Project Latitude, so once again, the Xbox 10 polls, you have to either have an Xbox or a PC for these. Now, this last line was the most interesting to me. A remaster of Halo Combat Evolved is in early development and is also being considered for PS5. So I do think this is very interesting that they're going to remake Halo 1 again. So I know in Master Chief Collection, which I do love Master Chief Collection, I think it's great as a package, but the Halo 1 remaster in that is not that great. So I guess they're just going to redo it and put on PS5. It's always funny, you know, Sony always wanted their Halo killer. Well, the Halo killer is just Xbox bringing Halo to PlayStation. So I think that's a pretty funny meme. But that's so weird to me that they're doing Halo 1, even though we sort of got a bad version of it in Master Chief Collection. I guess they're going to wait to do Halo 3 for 2027, maybe? I don't know. That would hit the anniversary of the game. But at the same time, like, I just can't get hype. Even if it's Halo on PlayStation, I just can't get hype for it. But it is really interesting just to see the world we live in, that Xbox is now the biggest third-party publisher. And the Halo game is still early, so we probably won't see any gameplay of it at the event, but I guess we'll get a CGI trailer. And as I mentioned before, Project Latitude is not something we were supposed to know as a public, but it is something that they are doing, so they're not going to mention it at the actual conference. They don't want to like undermine themselves. They're just going to talk about Xbox and PC, and I'm sure we'll see it like in press releases and trailers later that they'll have like the PlayStation logo or the Switch logo. And of course, I do think some of these games will come to Switch 2, and I'm sure some of these games can't even come to Switch until the Switch 2 comes out, because the Switch is just too weak of a console. It's just an ancient piece of technology now. Now, I will say Silksong might happen. This dude is a pretty decent leaker. He says it won't be shadow dropped. I don't know if it's real or not. Honestly, at this point, Silksong and Bloodborne are the two games where we're just going to keep the meme going and they'll just never release. But I do think Silksong will come out before Bloodborne 2. So maybe Xbox will do it. We'll just have to see. Now, lastly, this was interesting. We might see Bloodstained 2, the sequel to Bloodstained. I love Bloodstained. It's a Metroidvania made by Igarashi, the dude who created Castlevania. And Bloodstained 1 was a fantastic game. So we might see Bloodstained 2 at the Xbox Showcase, and it's coming to PS5, to Xbox Series X, PC, and Switch 2. We'll just have to see if it's actually going to happen. This was a 4chan leak, but the fact that we have a logo, and it's also like sort of it's a popular game, but it is like not the most popular game. It's like still a little bit niche in the indie space, but it got a lot of love. So I would think it's a little bit weird to make a 4chan leak on a game like this. So I am actually leaning towards believing we will see Bloodstained 2, which would be really sick. But anyways, guys, that is all the news we have. I will hopefully be live reacting to the Xbox Showcase this Sunday. I believe it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so I'll be there, hopefully. I am moving this weekend, so once I get that all figured out, we'll be reacting to this. Anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.